I mean, I'm 48, but I still like a good body humor joke. Come on.
You like a good pee joke every
I
once in a
do.
while?
Come on.
What do you call a kid who doesn't believe in Santa?
I don't know.
This one's really bad.
What is it?
It's probably the worst one.
Oh, no. What is it?
A rebel without a clause.
Oh, gosh.
Welcome to Indie Thinker with Reed Huberman. You're about to make the jump from the dishonest mainstream media into free and independent thought from key thought leaders on the subjects of culture, causes, politics, and faith.
Welcome to Indie Thinker with Reed Huberman, Christmas edition. I'm really excited to have a special guest on the show who I'll introduce in just a moment. Before I do that, I just want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and let you know that today we're going to be going through the top 5 best and worst Christmas songs of all time, at least in our opinion, and then we'll be going through some Christmas dad jokes just to make your season bright. But I want to give a brief disclaimer before I introduce my guest and tell you that we will be talking about the big man, and I don't mean God, big man upstairs. I mean, we'll be talking about Santa. For those of you who celebrate that tradition in your home, just want to give you a quick disclaimer that we'll be discussing why we do or do not celebrate that in our homes. So we'll be talking about different Christmas traditions starting off the show. So want to take just a moment to introduce Chris Hendrix. What's up, Chris?
How are you today, Reed?
Good, man. Good. It's good to have you. Chris is very qualified for today's show.
I don't know about that.
Because he is a friend. He is a watcher of the show. Been to a couple live events as well that we've done, and what makes you superior in my mind, because you're an Indie Thinker fan, but then also you are a dad. So
absolutely. And the worse jokes I can tell, the better I am.
Yeah, come on. So,
right?
So you're a dad of girls too,
right?
How many kids you got?
I have 4, 2 boys, 2 girls.
Okay.
College. I have a junior in college, a senior in high school, which is very interesting right now, an 8th grader and a 3rd grader.
Okay.
So I'm all over the place.
Yeah. So it's 2 older girls, 2 younger boys?
It's bookends, boys on the ends and girls in the middle.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
And you are also a school teacher too, so I want to make sure to let everybody know that. Chris keeps me honest about what's going on in the public school system and all that stuff. And so really appreciate not only the fact that you're sewing into kids' lives and doing it from a faith perspective as much as you can in the public school system, but also keeping yourself aware of things that are going on there. So, all right. So let's first, before we jump into any of that stuff that we're going to talk about, I want to just start with Christmas because I'm always interested in people's Christmas traditions because I've adopted some along the way, and then I've created my own that I think are really beneficial. But I'm always interested around this time of year what celebrations look like, how the traditions are kind of evolving and that kind of thing. But I guess the one thing that I always come to think about around this time of year when it comes to celebration and tradition is I think about the people who are that don't like Christmas.
Sure.
Now, I know that that's not like a huge contingent of people out there, but there are people that are just like, they hate Christmas. They don't want anybody to say Merry Christmas to them. They'll say Happy Holidays. Right. And the only reason I think about that is because I think, like, dude, how sad and pitiful must your existence be if you don't like Christmas?
Absolutely, no doubt.
So I think about those people, but then I also think about the people within our context, within the Christian context, who don't seem to know how to have a good time around Christmas either, and are worried about like Christmas trees or worried
Santa
about Santa
Claus
Claus and all that stuff.
Elf on the Shelf and all that fun stuff.
So where have you landed with some of that stuff? So like, did you tell your kids about Santa? Was that a thing in your house?
Oh, absolutely. Still is with my youngest. Yeah.
Okay.
So if he's listening to this, stop listening now. We have let the kids believe that and discover it out on their own. I think it just adds to sort of that magic of Christmas, of this, that waking up on Christmas morning, we had the kids come down the steps, all walk in the living room at the same time, and they see their presents
Me
out.
as a family too, yeah.
Yeah, so I think it just adds another fun element. You know what I mean?
Did you ever? I personally found this kind of silly. The idea that if kids find out that Santa is not real, then all of a sudden they're going to magically think that Jesus isn't real.
I don't think that those kinds of things are mutually exclusive. I think you can believe in Santa or not believe in Santa, and that doesn't affect your faith. It doesn't change your faith. If Santa ruins your faith, then you may need to think about your faith.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. It's like kids that always argue, we shouldn't be sending our kids to public school. Well, if that ruins their faith, then you need to think about your faith. You know what I mean? Like, how deep is it? And so for me, Santa is, for in our family, it's just fun. It's just another one of those elements to the holiday.
Yeah, if we're not doing a good enough job of distinguishing the difference between like mythology and reality, or at least Jesus and Santa, then we are definitely not doing a good job of teaching our kids about Jesus in the home.
I believe that 100%. Yeah.
So what about Christmas tree? Do all that stuff?
Oh yeah, we're big Thanksgiving people.
Okay.
We go all out. We invite friends, family, whoever. If you don't have Thanksgiving, you come to my house. So that's an invitation for all you out there. But we start the Saturday, Sunday after Thanksgiving. That holiday is reserved. But once that Saturday, Sunday, it's full speed ahead. Christmas tree, Christmas lights on the house.
Okay.
Everything. And bookshelves get cleaned off, new pictures put on, decorations everywhere.
Wow. Okay. And what's a Christmas tradition that you feel like is something that's been really meaningful for your family?
We do a 25-day Advent where it's actually the story of Jesus' birth through these little Advent books, and you read it and you hang it on the tree. And then starting actually tonight, I don't know when this is going to air, but starting tonight we do What God Wants for Christmas. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you all are familiar with that, but it's basically you read parts of the Christmas story, and each box has something in it related to the Christmas story. And at the end, no spoilers here, you find out what God wants for Christmas. As you read each piece, you set up the nativity scene, and each piece has a part for the nativity. And so that's been a huge tradition for us every year. We always read the Christmas story that morning before we come down.
Yeah.
So
we do that as well. Yeah. We do something like Elf on the Shelf. We do the Christianized Elf on the Shelf.
Okay.
And we do. Dude, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a little shepherd boy that's along with the shepherds, and you hide the shepherd boy each day, and he's on the search for Jesus until Christmas Day. He finally winds up in the manger scene where the shepherds worship Jesus.
That's cool.
So.
We have Tommy the Christmas burro, who is it's a donkey ornament, but we always pretend that he was the donkey that brought Mary and Joseph to Bethlehem, and so Tommy shows up all over the place. He's even been on vacation with us before.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. And so, speaking of vacation, are you guys sticking around for Christmas?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We stay home. We'll do my mom and dad's usually on the 23rd. We do Christmas Eve at Calvary and go to Waffle House afterwards with another family. But we're home all day Christmas Day. And if you want to see us, we do brunch. Come on. But we stay home.
All right. Best Christmas memory.
Oh, geez, I don't know. Maybe. I can't remember what year it is. Maybe it was 2010, 2011. It was a white Christmas. And there's a picture of, we only had 2 kids at that point. But there's a picture of we had 3, of the kids at the front door looking out at the snow. And that just, to me, I don't know, that day is just special in my mind. I don't know.
Do you think people in Florida can have Christmas?
You can have Christmas anywhere you want to. Come on. One year when I was a kid, we went to Gatlinburg thinking, oh, hey, we're going to go for Christmas. It's going to snow. Now it's like 65 degrees.
Yeah. It's funny. Well, I think there's a slight possibility that we're gonna have snow.
Yeah, 32 is what the temperature so far.
So there's definitely some places on the east in the south that are gonna have snow that usually don't.
That's pretty awesome, dude. Come on.
So it'll be a white Christmas for some people.
Right.
Okay, so I think for me, best Christmas memory, because I didn't even prepare to think about this, it just popped into my head. I'm going to say when I was a kid was exactly what you said, because we used to do that too. We had a second-story house, and so we would all get up as early as possible. My parents just agonizing because of how early we got up, and we would sit on the stairs because we were not allowed to go downstairs. Because what my parents did is, so we practiced Santa Claus as a family and believed in all that and stuff until finally some girl said the Easter Bunny's not real. And then I went to my mom and she said, and I said, this girl told me the Easter Bunny's not real. Is that true? And she's like, yeah, it's true, honey. And I said, what's that mean about Santa?
It just brings all those into question. The tooth fairy, the whole deal.
So I immediately made all this connection. Right. So that's what I figured out. But nonetheless, so we would do Santa presents, which means that they were all unwrapped. They were before the tree. They were all out in front of the tree. And then we'd have wrapped presents under the tree. So those mornings sitting with my brothers on the steps waiting to open presents and stuff was always a memorable moment for me. But that also turns into kind of the memorable traditions that we've done as a family. So what we do is we do Jesus presents. So what we'll have presents unwrapped in front of the tree that are the biggest presents that they'll get the whole day.
Sure.
And we'll give those to them, because we never really did Santa, just because I don't know, I didn't feel like there was a need to make that a part of our Christmas celebration to make it more magical. I felt like if we did a really, really good job of trying to make memories with our kids and trying to really emphasize the beauty of the story and focus on that that we could easily kind of take that magic and put that in its place.
Sure.
So one of the things we also do on that day, with that said, is we make it a Jesus birthday kind of thing, and so we do a birthday cake for Jesus.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Now you have older kids, so I'm kind of curious about this. My kids are 6 and 8, so they're young. So we do Happy Birthday Jesus, but I'm just like wondering, like, when they're 17 years old, if we're still going to do that. So do you still do some of those kind of traditions?
Oh, absolutely. It's hasn't changed. I mean, we still make the kids, they're upstairs, we're downstairs. Of course, we're up till whatever time setting up the presents, like you're saying, that are unopened, and it's late every year. And so we hold them off as long as we can. We go upstairs with them, and then we have them at the door with camera ready. They come downstairs, and I think the older kids, even though the Santa myth for them is not a reality, they still enjoy that surprise moment, of seeing their presents laid out for them. So they play along with it.
Yeah.
In fact, I think they get into it more than anybody does. So
I think we'll see as my kids get older, but I think they will too. I think we've done an okay job. I'm amazing. I'm an amazing dad, but I think we've done a pretty good job.
I have good kids. That's all I'm gonna say. My wife does a great job. I'm just there
I can concur.
To help out. So.
For sure. Yeah, my dad was pretty good too at kind of making those moments memorable. Now, I'll say this for the sake of what I do on the show on a regular basis, but also too for the sake of people out there in the audience. I also have a really bad Christmas memory because I think that there's a lot of people that kind of associate the holidays sometimes with loneliness if they don't have family, and it's still, suicide rate is skyrocketing anyway, and then on top of the holidays, which is typically there's an uptick in that.
Sure.
Right before Christmas was when my family, when we sat around the Christmas tree, and my dad told each and every one of us boys that he was separating from my mom.
Oh, wow.
And it was kind of like this thing that was forever etched in my mind, because it was like that place that had been a special family place for us was also the place where my family was kind of splitting apart.
Sure.
So I guess I only say that just to make mention of the fact that there are people who have negative memories associated with Christmas, or maybe even having a negative experience right now as the holidays kind of come in. And I think it's important to just say, well, that is a great opportunity for you to create good memories moving forward, and to take your Christmas to the next level and make it meaningful for yourself or for whoever you may be celebrating it with.
Sure. My 14-year-old, well, she'll be 14, daughter is born the day after Christmas. And so we thought at one point she may come on Christmas Day. And so that would have been a very interesting Christmas memory had that happen. But I know this kind of changed the subject for a second, but had made a point that the 26th is her birthday. We don't do anything Christmas related. We do my wife's family on the 27th because that's her day. Everybody gets their birthday. And so, we try to separate that out.
That's
for
good.
her as well.
I think that's there are people out there who's like, my birthday's on Christmas and stuff like that, and they've never really liked their birthday because it's all mixed in with all that.
Well, and we had all of our friends over last night so that she gets her day. So I had 13 teenage girls in my house last night.
Oh, Lord have mercy! You still did this.
A lot of noise. Yeah,
good man,
for real.
All right, okay. So let's jump into Christmas songs. So because you're the guest, you're gonna have to go first, and so we're gonna do this in descending.
We're gonna do the bad or the good first.
We're gonna do the bad.
All right, let's do it. All right,
so
let's do it.
We're gonna start with 5 and work our way down to number 1.
Okay.
So you start with your number 5.
My number 5 bad Christmas song is "Do They Know It's Christmas" Band Aid. Back in the 80s, they had like Live Aid and We Are the World and all that stuff. So there's that "Do They Know It's Christmas" song, and it's all these like celebrities joining together, and it's just a bad song. I don't disagree with the message maybe, or let's raise money for those that need it, but it's just a bad song.
Yeah.
And none of them blend very well together.
I'm trying to think of that one because the name of that one.
If you heard it, you would know it.
Yeah.
It's on rotation on the radio. So that's and So number 5 for me is Band-Aids. Do They Know It's Christmas?
All right. So mine is, and I'm curious what you think about this one because I think there may be some people who like this one, but I just don't. The more poppy, the less I like Christmas songs.
Yeah, I got you.
So this one is "Step Into Christmas" by Elton John.
Oh no, I'll give you that one. Come on, no doubt, I'm giving you that one.
You should watch and you guys should watch the music video to that because I'm pretty sure there wasn't a sober moment in that whole thing.
Probably not.
And much of Elton John's earlier days probably were coke-induced.
Absolutely.
But
haze.
This is another one where the message isn't awful because it's talking about like getting into the spirit of Christmas and really stepping into what Christmas is about. So there's a redemptive message at the end of the day, but it's really poppy. It's really meaningless in terms of the words and like what that actually means.
Sure.
And again, just overall, just a banal and ridiculous song. So that's
song.
my number 5.
Okay. All right, my number 4. I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas.
Okay.
You know it because once you hear it, it's in your head. I think it was recorded in like 1953 by this little girl, and it's just infectious. And nobody wants a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Lord, you pulled that one out of the recesses.
I
Yes,
did.
that is
I
a
did.
horrible one, but
It's
you also
terrible.
don't hear it a whole lot.
No, they put it on the radio. We listen to one of the local radio stations in the mornings on the way
Okay.
to school for weather and whatever, and they play it sometimes. And if they do, we immediately change the channel.
Amen.
It's terrible.
Amen. You could put it on basically anything; it would be better than that
it's
song.
terrible. Yeah, it's terrible.
All right, so I bet you this next one of mine is going to be on your list.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. But
Okay.
I think it's on everyone's list. Now it's
Okay.
not the worst song. It's kind of
Okay.
in the middle of the road.
Sure.
But it's a bad one. And I saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus.
I did. That was a close one for me.
Yeah.
It
So
was
that
a
didn't
close
even make your list.
It was like number 6
Okay.
out of the 5. But we saw the boy band Christmas special on Disney the other night, and they made fun of it, so it changed my mind on the song a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
it's creepy.
Well, it's creepy because you spend your whole life convincing your kid that Santa
Right.
exists,
Right.
and then and then your mom is kissing Santa Claus, and like that leaves emotional scars on your
Yes.
child the rest of your life.
Yes.
So the implications of the song,
Yeah.
I guess, is what I'm saying, are just ridiculous.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
and then I guess overall the song is just horrible as well.
It's a bad song. Well, my number 3 is Santa Baby.
Okay.
And I specifically chose a Madonna version, but you could pick any version of Santa
God,
Baby.
I didn't even know she had one.
Oh, the whole song is just creepy to me. It's like, is this a Christmas song or is it like a Barry White song? Like, what are we doing with this? So it's just creepy. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
number 3 for me.
Okay. I wish I could jump into this next one, but it's going to have to wait because you're verging on a pet peeve of mine for Christmas songs. But
Okay.
we'll wait on that.
All right.
Last Christmas is the next one for me.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. All right, go for it. Tell me why.
Just George Michael and and I just hate it. You said you listen to the hippopotamus, you hear the hippopotamus
Right.
song. I really don't hear that much. I hear this song
Do
constantly.
you really?
Oh yeah. Wow. Last Christmas, and I just hate it. I don't know. It's another one of those pop song things for me. Never really liked George Michael.
Sure.
And it doesn't mean anything.
I got
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. The very next day, you gave it away. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Who cares?
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll give you that one. All right. Number 2 for me, Maroon 5, Happy Christmas, The War's Over.
Oh Lord, I don't know this one.
It's a bad one too.
Okay.
And Maroon 5, if you're a fan, fine. Not knocking Maroon 5. They're just infectious to me. Once I hear the voice, I can't. Yeah.
Do you know any of the words of that song?
I could look it up. I'm not gonna sing it off the top of my head because if
I have
I do,
no idea. I've
yeah,
never
look
heard
it
that
up.
song.
Yeah, it's an older song that they re-recorded, and it's just bad.
So I should not listen to it.
Don't look it up.
It's a good thing that I
yeah,
don't know.
don't look it up. No,
See,
no,
I've
no.
kept myself holy from that.
Yeah, for real.
Okay. So my number, we're number 2, right?
Yeah, we're at number 2.
All I Want for Christmas is You.
Come on.
I'll be surprised that that's not on your list if it's not your number 1. But All I Want for Christmas is You. So this is the pet peeve for me. When you take a Christmas song and you turn it into a love song. It's like
Right.
Valentine's Day exists, and almost every other day we sing in love songs. Or
Right.
at least we used to.
We do. My house, we do.
Well, I guess as a culture, but
Yeah.
this is kind of a side note here. So this is a rant for the ages. What happened to songs, to love songs?
Oh, we don't do we do like hate songs, and we do, like songs, and
We do, again, children watch it. We do
Right.
sex songs.
we do those very well as a
But
culture.
love songs don't exist anymore.
They don't. Not. I mean, yeah, maybe, but they're usually re-recorded older songs.
Yeah.
You think about Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby. Those guys had love songs. You get the Beatles had love songs.
Well, I'm even thinking of like songs like my dad was a lot into Motown, and so I'm thinking also
yeah.
too of like R&B.
Oh,
Like
absolutely,
R&B
dude. Come on.
as a category no longer even exists. Like
No, you're right. It's all poppy, or it's.
I could be totally wrong. You can leave down in the comment section if I'm
Sure,
wrong, but
sure.
hasn't it been totally replaced? I can't think of a single R&B artist right now.
Not a true R&B artist. Most of them are pop or they're hip hop artists.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give you that.
So anyway,
Okay.
so love songs. Anyway, they used to have a major prominent place in culture, but Christmas songs is about Christmas. It's not about how desperately you want somebody in your life. And our fixation with love as a feeling more so than an actual virtue is one of the things that I'm stretching deep here for this one,
Sure.
but one of the things that I really kind of is a pet peeve of mine in society. I've been talking a lot about on the show about how we misuse love.
Sure.
And I don't even think the left has a definition of love,
No.
because you can look at their yard signs and realize that they have no understanding of what love
Well,
is.
and we use the word love. Like I say I like burritos or I like this.
Yeah.
A lot of people use the term love, and like I'm selective about what I love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because to me that's a strong emotion. I love my wife. I love my family. I love some friends. You know what I mean? But I don't love those tires that are on my truck. You know what I mean? Like,
I love my dog and I love my wife, and those two things certainly cannot mean the same thing.
Right? Exactly. They're totally different. Yeah, for sure.
So I worry about the whole like turning Christmas into all about love. Now, of course, sure, love your family, love your spouse,
Sure.
but Mariah Carey. Yeah,
well, that's my
didn't.
number one least favorite Christmas song is Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas."
Okay, now why is it for you?
I think one is popular.
Okay.
And there's this weird part of me that doesn't. Maybe I'm a hipster and I just don't know it. But it's too popular. It's overdone. I just don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it is too poppy too for me, I think. So.
Yeah. So you don't have any issues with the love song?
I haven't gotten into that. I don't want to listen to it to get to that point.
Okay.
I'm just like, it comes on, I'm like, next, skip. You know, if it's on the pre-populated playlist, skip, next song.
Yeah.
That's me. I don't even get that far.
Maybe I could even go a little bit further and just totally destroy the song by saying that it equates people to material possessions. So
that would be, well, I was going to say, I'm going to leave that one alone for now. I'm going to drop that.
The last one for me, or the first one on the list, I guess I should say, is Wonderful Christmas Time. Now, this,
I had a feeling you were going to put that on there. I just did.
It's the worst song.
I don't know though. There's something catchy
like
about it. It's just catchy.
You like this song?
It's not on my list.
Jesus.
But it's catchy. It is catchy.
It's not on your list in terms of songs you like?
No.
Okay.
No, but I wouldn't necessarily turn it off.
There's salvation for you yet.
Yeah, I know. You know, I could be redeemed. It's all good.
Okay. The word is out about the town to lift a glass. Oh, and don't look down. As if any of that made sense.
It does. Your
simply having a wonderful
Christmas time, dude. It's all about a wonderful Christmas time. Come on.
Simply having and over and over and over to the point where you just think maybe we're just not going to celebrate this year.
No, skip it.
All right. So we didn't want to end on a sour note because my wife literally looked at me and she said, "You're just going to talk about songs you don't like for Christmas?"
No, we got a top 5 list here.
So
bro.
top 5 list of songs that you do like.
All right. Well, I'm going to make you mad on this one. Number 5 is "Last Christmas," Wham. There's something about it. We were singing it in the hallway at school the other day. A bunch of us were. I don't know. It's just catchy for me.
Okay.
Now, maybe it's because I'm a child of the '80s, and
so you like George?
I'm not saying I like George Michael.
Okay.
I'm just saying, as a kid of the '80s, some of that gets in your head. You know, "Wake Me Up Before You Go." I mean, you know, it gets in your head. Come on.
I just think his like "Last Christmas."
Well, you got to separate. You can separate the song from George Michael. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So. If you keep on bringing popular songs, I'm going to absolutely school you in the holiness department because my number 5 is "O Holy Night."
Oh, come on.
I love that song.
I'll give you that one, though. It's all right.
I love the song lyric where it says, "The slave is our brother."
Oh, yeah.
Just because it's this reminder to me, and it probably misses most people, but it's this reminder to me that that Christianity was influential in the abolition of slavery.
Sure.
It's a thing we don't talk about enough.
No, absolutely.
Like there is no such thing as the abolition of slavery without the Second Great Awakening and without white preachers and black preachers joining together and saying, "Hey, there's something not right here."
Right.
So I actually don't know when "O Holy Night" was written, but I love the fact that that's a part of that song because it's a great reminder of a historical fact of the power of Christianity. And then I think, you know, on top of the powerful like reality that slavery, when you think about it, even if you're not a Christian, I think you can hopefully appreciate this if you're honest with yourself. Slavery was abolished because Jesus was born.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I think you can't argue for slavery. It frustrates me when people argue racism and other things and use a religious slant on them. It's like if you truly are a Jesus follower, you can't you can't justify any of that.
Right.
You
sure.
know what I mean? So I completely agree. So. All
okay,
right.
your next one.
We're at number 4. All right, my number 4 is "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas," Bing Crosby.
Oh God,
Dude, come on, Bing Crosby. I mean, like he starts singing it, you're just in the Christmas mood. I mean, I equate Christmas and Bing Crosby together.
Okay.
You know what I mean? In fact, there's 2 of his on my list. I'll give you that.
Ooh, all right. Okay, cool.
Yes.
So, for me, I like White Christmas.
Oh yeah, okay. I was thinking White Christmas.
Just because I think snow is a major part of Christmas, and
Sure.
I feel for those who don't ever have the opportunity to get it.
Yeah.
And I just love the changing of seasons. There's something
Absolutely.
about that
Yeah,
too.
me too.
That with the changing of seasons, as it gets colder, you get ready for Christmas, and so I think that's just a good song for its imagery.
Sure, absolutely. All right, number 3 for me, and this one maybe has the best Christmas music video of all time: "Christmas in Hollis," Run DMC. And the fact it mentions the word collard greens in a song. I mean, like, there's so many wins in this song, and the video is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
"Christmas in Hollis," Run DMC.
Wow, that's really good. So when did you grow up?
I was born in 1974, if that tells you anything.
Okay, so I
grew up in the 80s.
Yeah. So I'm a little bit younger than you, but I can still appreciate that one for sure. Okay, so the next one for me is chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Nat King Cole.
Oh, dude, come on.
There's something about that dude's voice. It's magical.
Butter.
Yes, like butter.
Yep.
It's and I don't know. That's just a song I guess I grew up with too, so I equate it with Christmas. So
Sure,
it's got
absolutely.
some nostalgia.
I got you. Okay. All right, number 2, excuse me. Number 2 for me. It's another Bing Crosby, "Mele Kalikimaka."
Oh God.
Christmas the Hawaiian way.
I think you mixed your list.
No, bro. Now here's why. Follow me here, because my family loves Christmas Vacation, the movie. I mean, like, that's like, I've been to the Tivoli to see it, and so that song to me and that movie go together, and it's so catchy. Mm-hmm. I just love Mele Kalikimaka, and it's Bing Crosby, dude. Come on, you can't lose.
All right, I'll consent to that.
It's
only
the way you say Merry Christmas to
begrudgingly.
you. I mean, come on, dude. What's not to like?
So my next one, this is a throwaway. It really shouldn't be my number 2, but I got to put it in there because my kids absolutely love it. So maybe this is just
for them,
temporary, like placeholder.
Throw them a bone.
Feliz Navidad.
Oh, I'll give you that one. Come on. Now, which version though? The original?
The original.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
I mean, it's a obviously all over for Christmas,
Sure.
but then also my family is mixed, so
Right.
it kind of gives a nod to the Hispanic side.
Well, I'm
of
glad
things.
you said that, because that relates to one of my bad dad jokes later. So,
God, okay.
Yeah, I just want to
tuck that away.
I got it, bro. Come on.
So Feliz Navidad, yeah, definitely. Okay, so number 1 favorite Christmas.
I'm gonna let
song.
you go first because I want to save mine.
Okay.
Mine's fantastic. So
All
you
right.
go ahead.
I don't know why, but because I really, really love Holy Night. To be honest with you, if I didn't joke around, I could have put Oh Holy Night and then Silent Night. But
Sure.
Silent Night is
Okay.
my number 1.
I
I love it. I love some of the memories associated around singing at church, especially
Sure.
candlelight
Oh,
services.
absolutely.
And that kind of
Yeah,
side. And just singing that
absolutely.
song, and it just kind of puts you in the mood for Christmas and puts you right in the manger scene where you're
Sure.
smelling donkey or something like that.
Right,
where
and hay and everywhere, right?
it evokes, and this is this powerful thing about tradition that I hope our culture doesn't lose, is that there's this kind of sensation of meaning and emotion of doing candlelight Christmas services where you almost feel like you can get a sense of what it must have been like
absolutely.
to be there that night.
I think it's the between the dark and then the candle, but also that very somber, quiet. Yeah, definitely.
It's very contemplative. So
Absolutely.
Silent Night has always stuck out to me as just
Okay.
one of these great songs to
Sure.
really help you understand Christmas.
Sure. All right. So my number 1 is the entire Charlie Brown Christmas album. And the reason why I say this, I couldn't pick one song off it, because you run the gamut. You go from the skating song to, the kids singing, and then Linus's little monologue in the Charlie Brown Christmas special. Just like, he does such a good job of incorporating the Christmas story and explaining it to the other kids, and just does it in such a simple. Like, I'm in tears every time I see that thing, and he wraps his little blanket around the bottom of the Christmas tree, and I have a Charlie Brown Christmas tree on my desk at school. But that whole album, to me, just, Vince Guaraldi's a genius when it comes to music anyway, but he incorporates, traditional Christmas carols with, contemporary jazz and, that you hear Schroeder with Jingle Bells. I mean, it just the whole Charlie Brown Christmas album is just my favorite.
So what does that look like in terms of like if that's your favorite and that's a very distinct?
Oh, it's on repeat for me, bro.
It's like in the car.
Oh yeah, it's on repeat. At home, that's the album I put on the TV with Amazon Music on the TV. No plugged Amazon Music, but. Yeah.
Way to absolutely destroy my very meaningful list of Christmas songs with your best song being from Charlie Brown.
Bro, but it's the whole album. So you've got your meaningful Christmas songs, and you've got, your skating song and Oh Christmas Tree. And
so you cheated is what you're saying.
I did cheat, and I manipulated it my way. So come on.
Okay, so I hope you tucked away that joke that you were going to use for later about
Got it.
Ethnic Christmases, apparently. So I cannot wait for you to offend everybody on YouTube.
No, it's not an ethnic Christmas. It's just a good Christmas joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll give you my one of mine. There's no certain order here.
Okay. Cool.
But along the lines of Christmas songs.
Sure.
So here's my very first dad Christmas joke.
All right.
So
throw it out.
Has to do with Christmas music.
Come on.
What's the Grinch's least favorite band?
I don't know. What's the Grinch's least favorite band?
The Who.
Oh. That's so bad it's good.
So,
it's so bad.
You don't
it's
have to
good.
lie. It's not good.
No, it's
not
good. It's great.
Because the Who's down in Whoville, obviously.
Sure.
But
sure.
Did you know that the Who actually have a Christmas song?
No, not till you told me that. I did not know that.
Okay. So yeah, I told you that before we started.
So Pinball Wizard and a Christmas song at the same time.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
You need to watch the music video.
Okay.
And and then I would love to hear if you actually think that this is a good or bad song, because I came away with this could make the bad list, but it's more weird than it is bad.
See, that's the way I feel about the Paul McCartney song.
Okay.
It's weird enough to not be bad.
Yeah.
Well,
this one actually musically is like okay. That's the other thing too.
Okay.
It's like
I got you.
And it actually has it talks about Jesus, which is rare for the Who.
Right? Come on.
So it's interesting, but I would be very curious for you to listen to it. Okay, so
all right, so here we go. What are Christmas sweaters made out of?
What are they made out of? What?
Fleece Navidad. Oh. See, I told you I was gonna pull it out. Come on, there it is.
Very good.
Fleece Navidad.
Not Felice.
No, Fleece Navidad.
Okay, so that's you're really not going to offend people.
No, not at all.
You could if you wanted to.
Yeah, be careful.
All right. I'm going to offend people with this one because the ableist community is going to be mad at this one. What do you call a snowman with no arms or legs?
I don't know. What do you call a snowman with no arms or legs?
So a snowman, no arms, no legs.
What?
A snowball.
Oh. All right, I got you a snowman one.
Okay.
What did the one snowman say to the other one?
Don't know.
Do you smell carrots?
All right, you got me on that. All right. All right, so I'm going to get it raunchy so that maybe I can make you laugh on this one. This is another snowman one. Okay. Why did the snowman turn yellow?
Oh, I don't know. I have a guess, but I don't know. What is it?
That's that little boy over there.
Oh. So bad. All right, I got you. All right, what is oh my gosh. Don't eat that one. What is Santa? What kind of motorcycle does Santa Claus drive?
I feel like I've heard this one.
What kind of motorcycle?
What kind?
A Harley Davidson.
I have heard that one.
Okay, good.
All right, that's okay because transportation with Santa.
All right,
we're flowing here together.
Sure.
What did the ocean say when Santa flew over?
I don't know. What did the ocean say when Santa flew over?
Do you know this one?
No, I don't.
All right, nothing. It just waved.
Oh gosh, we're getting just terrible. All right, what did Frosty say? This one the other day, I told this one at school because this was in honor of National Hot Chocolate Day and Bad Dad Christmas jokes.
That's a thing?
Yeah, National
Hot
Chocolate Day for everything. National Hot Chocolate Day was last Friday. Yeah, come on.
So you say?
Yeah, well, that's what they said on the radio. I'm just believing what James Howard said on the radio. So, all right, here we go. So, what did what did Frosty the Snowman say when Santa offered him a cup of hot cocoa?
Okay, what?
That's okay. It goes right through me. Right? Come on.
Pee jokes.
Yep, you gotta love them. I mean, I'm 48, but I still like a good body humor joke. Come on.
You like a good pee joke every
I
once in a
do.
while?
Come on.
What do you call a kid who doesn't believe in Santa?
I don't know.
This one's really bad.
What is it?
This is probably the worst one on the list.
Oh, no. What is it?
A rebel without a clause.
Oh, gosh. All right, why did Santa have to go to therapy?
Why?
He had low self-esteem.
Come on. That's better than low testosterone.
All right, why did Santa have to go to therapy again?
Okay, why?
He suffered from claustrophobia.
Nope.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, I can't.
You're welcome.
I can't even fake laugh on that
You're
one.
Welcome. You're welcome.
What kind of music do elves listen to?
I don't know this one, but I'm going to go ahead and let you say it. What kind of elves?
Rap
music. Yeah. That was my very first one, actually. The first December 1st. That's the one I started with.
At school?
At school, yeah. That was what set it off.
We should let everybody know this is how this all started.
Yeah, it's my fault because I decided to kind of add some levity. This has been a really tough school year for many, many reasons. And to add some levity to the year, I was like, I'm going to tell a bad dad Christmas joke every day. And so that was the one that got it started, was rap music.
Yeah, this is all your fault.
It is my fault. All right, I got you one. All right. What do Santa's little helpers learn in school?
I don't know what.
The alphabet.
That was kind of painful.
It is painful. Come on.
All right. My next one is the best one, but this one I thought was funny, but I don't think you're going to laugh at it now that I'm reading it again.
All right, it's okay.
So what happened to the man who stole the advent calendar?
What happened to the man who stole the advent calendar?
He got 25 days. Oh. So I told you.
I told you. I can recover from that one. All right, I got to consult my list now. I had them off the top of my head.
That wasn't even at least a little clever?
It was very clever.
Okay.
All right, I'll give you that.
You don't
one.
have to lie.
No, it's okay. Oh, I know it. What did the gingerbread man put on his bed?
I know this one too.
Okay, all right.
But tell me.
A cookie sheet.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did. Come on.
Yes, he did.
A cookie
sheet. You got to put it on.
All right, come on.
Ask my wife what she wanted for Christmas. Now, keep in mind, this is my favorite.
Okay, come on.
Of the list.
Okay, come on.
Ask my wife what she wanted for Christmas.
All right, what does she want for Christmas?
She told me that nothing would make her happier than a diamond necklace. So I got her nothing.
Oh, it's so
for
bad.
you, baby.
Yeah. Please don't do that one in reality. All right, what do you call a snowman with a six-pack?
What?
An abdominal snowman.
Dude, that's really bad.
It's really bad. They get worse too.
No, I thought that was your worst one thus far.
No, I got one more that's a worse. I got one more that's a really, really bad one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know that in-law. Wait. Okay, give me your bad one because I've only got one more.
All right. What do you call a bankrupt Santa?
Got me.
Saint Nicholas. Boom, boom. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
I think that's worse than the abominable
pretty bad.
one.
Yeah, come on.
Okay. Do you got another one?
I could keep going. I'm not sure you want me to, but
okay.
I can keep going.
All right.
What do you call Santa's little helpers?
What?
Subordinate clauses.
See, I heard that one too.
Yeah, come on.
All right, so here's mine. This is actually one that I created based upon another one. It's not a Christmas joke.
All right, please do.
I retrofitted.
You modified it. Okay.
Modified it to become a Christmas joke. So you know that in-law that won't watch their mouth around your kids? Probably everybody's got one. You might have one too.
Yeah.
What did she say at the dinner table on Christmas Eve when she was really hungry?
I don't know. What did she say at the dinner table when she was really hungry?
Ham, y'all, let's eat.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You actually told that one out loud.
Yes.
That's awesome, dude. Actually may repeat that one, dude.
It's all yours.
I may repeat it.
I kind of created some of that.
Yeah,
so
I may just have to do just bad dad jokes in general now.
I'm
after
proud of that one.
Yeah.
Although I don't know, even though you're not saying the actual word, if you can tell that one to kids. So
I think I could get away with that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do it.
Well, nonetheless, thank you for inspiring this.
It's a blast.
And one of the reasons that I wanted to do this with you is just one, I love talking to you, but two, I've been on this kick lately that I think we need to be mindful of. And maybe I make the mistake on my show from time to time, but I also think that when we first started talking about this, you were talking about the holidays and making sure that we actually infuse a little bit of hope, a little bit of laughter, a little bit of celebration.
Sure, yeah.
And I think that there is so much. I mean, I'm a rational optimist, so I don't believe in lying to ourselves to make ourselves think that things are better than they actually are.
Sure.
But I also think that we can become so fixated on everything that's wrong that we forget to focus on the things that are really good.
I agree. I have to remind myself every day at school that every time I have a bad interaction, I always have a good interaction, and there will always be a conversation I have with a kid or an adult, and that will remind me, like, bro, life's not as bad as we think it is, and the future's getting brighter. You know what I mean? So, I agree.
In all fairness, I think the culture may do a little bit of that to us, right?
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking about this the other day when I was driving through the parking lot, and I'm a kind of ornery driver anyway, my wife will tell you.
Don't get me started.
And I was thinking about the one car that I saw that was parked like an idiot, like all over on the line. Like, where did this person learn to park? And then it hit me. I was like, every single other car in this parking lot is parked correctly, except for that one. But the only one that I noticed was that one.
Right. And we always I think we fixate on that. We gravitate. Bad stories sell newspapers and get on the headlines. The good stories don't. You know what I mean? But at the same time, what's the story we want to hear? The good story. You know, we want to be filled with hope. We want to be filled with joy. You know what I mean?
And I think Christmas, to an extent, does that, culturally speaking. Even though we've done, I think, a very valiant effort of trying to despoil Christmas of much of its religious meaning as a culture, there's still something about it that I think we can't escape. That every year as Christmas comes around, it seems to be that there's a little bit more joy. There seems to be a little bit more hopefulness. There seems to be a little bit more happiness. And I know that, like, as we started, I know that's not true of everyone, but there is this generalized sense, I think, if we take a moment to look away from the news and look away with what's going on in the culture, to think, to really think about life, there is this sense in which Christmas kind of slows the world down. We get to reflect on things, and we get to remember to be hopeful and happy about things.
Yeah, I think, I told you Thanksgiving's our big holiday, but I think for us it starts with that Thanksgiving, just sit back, enjoy family, and then kind of leading then into the Christmas. And it always has, I get caught up in sometimes the hustle and bustle and put all this pressure on myself with Christmas and making sure everybody gets the right gifts or whatever. Then I have to think back, what is the real, like, why are we celebrating this holiday? What is the real true purpose of it? And I always come back to what you're saying of joy and just love. And I think we need a lot more love right now in the world. True love. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It doesn't mean that we don't have to be honest, or that we don't have to be serious about problems and fixing those problems and all those kind of things. But I also think we need to do it with a winsomeness and a levity that makes who we are inviting to people.
Yeah. Nobody wants to talk to the grown-up. They want to talk to the Grinch. They want to talk to Tim Allen and Santa Claus. So,
Yeah. I did this last year, else we do it again. But I love that story. I love the story of Scrooge and how he turned from a miser into a redeemed man that learned to appreciate what's around him. So I guess all of that said is that I wanted to take this time to hopefully bring a smile to people's face, have a little bit of fun, have a conversation about Christmas in a way that would bring a little bit of celebration, hopefully, to the people that listen, because I think we need to celebrate and not just always focus on what's not right.
Sure, absolutely. I agree 100%.
So thank you for doing that.
Joey, this has been a blast. I'm telling you now, I have to say this has been a dream come true. I'm on a podcast now.
Yeah, you're a podcaster.
I am a podcaster now. I listen to podcasts all the time. That's my go-to now, but now I can say I've been on one. Check it off the list, bro.
You're a big deal.
Dude, come on now. I'm a celebrity now.
Thanks so much for being here, brother. Thanks so much.
Right,
guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we wish you a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Our thanks again to our guests for being on the show today. Indie Thinker with Reed Huberman was brought to you by our sponsors. If you like what you heard today, please do us a big favor and give it a 5-star review and like it and share it with friends. And if you want to hear more awesome guests, make sure to check out past episodes. Indie Thinker is a nonprofit paid for by our sponsors and the generous gifts of people like you. In order to hear more great guests like you did today, please consider giving a tax-deductible gift by going to indiethinker.org. And just remember, your voice matters, but infinitely more when you think for yourself.